Yo, what's up, everybody? I hope y'all can hear me, man. Let me make sure real quick. All right, cool. Y'all can't hear me. Just checking because I heard YouTube was fucking up and shit. Stardust always first and shit. What's up, man? But welcome everybody. Royal Flush, Draco Rex, Asian Gambit. You know what I'm saying? Winning in hand. Been interesting couple of days ever since Death Stranding came out. What's up, Jemiah? Don't call me Danny. Oh, y'all and shit. And Ian and shit. Oh, Bismarck Ian. But it's been an interesting couple of days, man. That Stranding came out, and welcome OBJ back to doing videos. Well, not videos, just video. It's probably gonna be months before we see another one. You know what I'm saying? So video, I watched that shit and I agree with him 100%. You know what I mean? I agree with him 100%. The number one reason why I want to play Death Stranding is because I need to know. It might be you, bro, because I'm fine. At least I think it's fine. It seems fine on my end. You might want to refresh your shit. But yeah, man, I agree with him 100%. The number one reason why I want to play this motherfucker is I need to know. I mean, there's good reason though, Jemiah. You can't say it's not though. I mean, it's a Kojima game made how Kojima want to make it. People who are fans of Kojima and shit love that shit. You know what I mean? That's a day one automatically. If you're a Kojima fan and you heard that this motherfucker get to make a game that he wants to make, like all the shit that's in his head get to go into this game, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? Like them motherfuckers like buying it off rip. Like it's just like me with like a Street Fighter or like a Devil May Cry. So I'm playing that shit. Like there's no stopping me. You know what I'm saying? There's no stopping me from playing that shit. Even the bad ones. Even the bad one, I played all them fish. So I mean, them motherfuckers gonna be hype. And then you gotta think about PlayStation motherfuckers is hype for this shit just because this is a PlayStation game. Like there are motherfuckers like that. Now, I mean, which is weird because I don't buy all PlayStation games. I didn't buy Knack. I'm keeping it 100 with all of y'all. I did not buy Knack or Knack 2. I did not give Knack a chance. I did not. You know what I mean? Um, I waited forever until I played. God damn it, The Order. Took me a long ass time. I played halfway through it. And it's really weird. It's a short game. Never finished it. It's not all PlayStation games. Are the shit. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Like not all of them are the shit. Or at least to me anyway. Not all of them are dope to me. So, but the number one reason why I want to play Death Stranding, like OBJ's on point. I need to know. I need to know. I just want to know why there's a throat baby. You know what I'm saying? Like I watch everybody's like ideas and theory videos and shit, but I just need to know. One of these or a couple of these motherfuckers out here might be right. Thrash might be right. It seems as if a lot of things he says seems to coincides with, you know, what we've been shown, but at the end of the day, we really don't know for real, for real. I need to play. I need to know. So that's my number one thing. And I mean, we know what it looks like. It's a fucking Decima engine. It's dope. With Kojima, tweaking it and shit, right? I mean, that's why I want to play it. And to be honest with you, but Death Stranding has been the topic of multiple conversations. Not for and strangely enough, it's not about I. You know what's really weird? You know what's really weird about Death Stranding? All the topics that involve Death Stranding has nothing to do with the game, except one that I've seen. That I've seen recently. The one thing that has to actually do with the game. You know what I mean? The one thing that has to do with the game is someone complained that motherfuckers use a ladder to climb like a steep mountainside. Like you just pull a long ass ladder out. Do you know how useful a ladder is to climb like steep mountainsides? Y'all motherfuckers I just don't know anything about anything. Apparently, been rock climbing. You ever lived in a hut built on stilts? You know what motherfuckers use? A ladder. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? It's so weird, man. The shit motherfuckers say. I mean, it's a weird like thing to explain though. Like it's a weird thing to explain. You feel me? Like it's not hype. No, yes, it is hype. It is hype. I want to play this game. I am hyped for it, but not in the sense of like hype for The Last of Us 2 or Ghost of Tsushima. It's not the same type of hype because I know more about those two games than I know about this game, and I've seen more about this game. Speaking of this game, didn't I call it though? I call it. I said it on multiple podcasts on my own shit on here multiple times that at least I think at least 1 out of 3 is coming out. And the difference is I didn't say I have like inside source or I don't have none of that shit. I just sit here and think about what's going on, what I see, and what I think will happen. Right. I said 1 out of the big 3 is coming out this year at least. You know what I mean? Possibly 2, but it's probably just 1. But it's possibly 2. And Death Stranding is gonna be that first one for sure. If it's gonna be one that comes out, it's gonna be Death Stranding. There's been more press for this game than any other game. Well, not press in the form of other people covering it, because The Last of Us 2 I think got more press than this game does. I think I'm not sure. I think you know who the fuck knows which one got really more press. But what I mean by more press is by the information or the stuff at least that Sony and Kojima has put out, right? There's more info or things that has been sent out to us. I'm not calling it info because when you look at it, you're like, what the fuck are we looking at? It doesn't explain anything to you, but you've seen much more stuff from Death Stranding than the other 2 games. The other 2 games, you've seen a few trailers, and that's it. And I say a very few amount of trailers. But Ghost got 2. We seen 2, right? We seen a a very short teaser trailer, and then we seen a decent chunk of gameplay trailer. Right? Is that it? And Last of Us 2, it got what? It got the teaser trailer, the one where Ellie was singing, right? The one where she kissed a chick, and the one with the old buff ass lady that may or may not be Ellie's mom. Like I don't know if that story still stands or not. We'll have to check back on that. That's the only trailer that show other people besides from Ellie, though. I mean, we had 3 trailers, so 2 and 3, and this motherfucker had like 4 or 5 or some shit. Hey man, Sea of Thieves. Look, man, if motherfuckers like Sea of Thieves, they like Sea of Thieves. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I mean, look, you know how like all right, so I'm Asian, right? What's up, Fatal? Right? I smash a lot more Asian girls than any your typical white dudes, right? There might be some white dude out there be smashing white like Asian dudes, like Asian dudes. Goddamn. Oh yeah, I mean Asian dudes too. Shit, some of them might like that. I don't judge. Like Luke Kane, this bitch. I observe. I don't judge. but, but you know what I mean. Some motherfuckers just like that shit. Like they just know what's good or not. And sometimes motherfuckers judge shit on different levels. Like I think I judge Asian girls on a higher like not high. I judge them on a much steeper fucking metric than a white dude would. Like a white dude would give like an Asian girl, like both me and him would see an Asian girl and he'd be like, "Oh, she a 9." And I'm like, "Motherfucker, she's a 7." You feel me? Because the amount of Asian women that I fuck with, I have a broader fucking scope to deal with. So apparently, a motherfucker, you know what I mean? Like, so apparently, if you don't like a certain game, maybe you have certain, taste that's different from mine. Like, I mean, I haven't fucked as many white girls as a white dude that fuck mad bitches. I'm assuming, right? So, so I would like to think he know more, a little bit more about white girls than I would. But if you say redhead ain't the shit, then he's lying. That's how we start this podcast off. Alienate every woman from the show before they show up. Ain't nothing but like 3 of them that shows up. I used to when I was a kid too, dude. I used to speak French when I was really young, like when I was real, real young, and I lost it because I never spoke it, and now I don't even know it at all. I mean, it is what it is. as long as long as he has a reason to use that shit, I guess. Oh, are you really? Are you really Red Ranger? You just try to tell him like seriously. You an odd dude, man. You have a lot of patience to like not go to someone's podcast because you enjoy it, but you want to troll everyone that's in that fucking podcast. The worst part is like no one really gives a shit, but you have the patience of a fucking G. 'Cause I don't have that kind of patience at all, man. I got other shit to do. I got a schedule to follow and shit, man. The Blue Ranger's gay? Which Blue Ranger? There's been a lot of Power Rangers. I stopped watching. Um, when did I stop watching? When they had ninja suits is when I stopped watching. You know what I'm talking about? When they had ninjas outfits. I hope y'all know what I'm talking about. When they became ninjas is when I stopped watching. I was like, I am too grown for this shit. I don't know if it's like being grown or not, but I was like, nah, I'm cool. I just stopped watching that shit. I mean, there's other grown ass motherfuckers that watch that shit. What you gonna do? They watch that shit. Same way with Sea of Thieves. Like motherfuckers play Sea of Thieves. What you gonna do? I mean, some motherfuckers watch Power Rangers, other motherfuckers play Sea of Thieves. But I mean, Death Stranding been a part of a lot of conversation, and the one thing that's actually about the game is that someone complained that it's just someone that Sam's using a ladder to climb a fucking cliff, basically a cliff side, right? I'm like, how do you think? How do you think motherfuckers in Africa like steal birds' nests out of like birds that like lay eggs in cliff sides? Some of them use ladders, right? Like tall ass ladders. They get up there. That's how they also get like honeybee honey too. Like they get you know Like bees have a natural instinct to flee no matter what. If there's fire around, if there's smoke around, they don't even need to be fire. They just need to be smoke, mad smoke, and bees will fly away. So there's dudes like in all many continents in the world, not just Africa, but it's a lot more people doing it in Africa, I think, where they would light like a tinder bush on fire and climb up to that motherfucking beehive with all the honey in it, and light that shit. The bees, freak out. They all fly away, and they just take the motherfucking honey. And they could do it mad fucking while the bees are flying out too. Like the bees don't even sting them. The bees like fuck it, no, we out. We send smoke and we dipping. There's no reason to be here. Fucking abandon everything. You know what I'm saying? Abandon everything, dip out. You know what I mean? And they just take the honey. And they climb a fucking ladder to do that. But anyway. Real talk, I didn't when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I just climbed the motherfucking tree. That's what I did. I didn't have ladders. That's a luxury. Oh shit. No, but that's stranded, right? So the other two conversations, bro. That's I think Red Ranger's God damn it, what's his name? Fuck, little white dude. What is his name? Jesus. I only remember his name. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Super Troll. Like the man has the patience of a god to be able to troll this consistently this long. No, not Halo Storm. Why would Halo Storm troll me, man? He has bigger fish to fry. Like if he trolls somebody, he would troll somebody else. I'm too small for Halo Storm to troll. My channel ain't that big. Halo Storm is capable of trolling much bigger channels. Fuck, Uh, I don't remember his name, but dude's a habitual line stepper. But I mean, you know, enjoy yourself. But Death Stranding, the other two conversations is it going to PC? And why are motherfuckers buying a, a baby in a jar? What's up, support gaming? And I'm like, bruh, like, just they want to buy motherfucking babies in a jar. Like, I don't care for none of it. I don't buy special editions, anything. If anything, I am a true gamer. I only buy the game and play that shit. Y'all motherfuckers buy all this extra shit with your collectibles and your fucking statues and shit. I play games. I don't collect statues of games and shit. Hurting feelings today. And some of y'all out here like, God damn, I got special editions and shit. Damn. I thought that that Aloy fucking statue was dope, man. What you mean? Like, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't give a shit about those things, right? Like, none of it. I think none of it's worthwhile. Like, none of it's worth my money. There's just that I don't see no intrinsic value of having that all up in my game room like that. I don't. I don't care for them. I don't know. I just don't care for them. Like, it's just knickknacks, in my opinion. But I know a lot of people enjoy that type of shit. Collect all kinds of gaming shit. OBJ has all kinds of shit on his shelf and shit. And yeah, I mean that OBJ. Oh, collectible ass. Oh, having all kinds of extra shit. But I mean, I don't really, I don't really care for it at all. Like none of them. None of those. I just buy the game and play it. That's all I do. right? And but for the people who do, like, you would think it would be a baby in a jar if it was a special edition collectible item, statue, whatever the case may be for Death Stranding. You thought it was gonna be some normal shit. You thought it was gonna be like you thought it was gonna be like a statue of Sam on the bike. You know what I mean? Like some normal shit, like some regular shit. Bet money when that shit come out, you gonna see motherfuckers wearing that baby around, taking selfies of themselves, wearing that baby around, like changing their name to Sam, whatever the fuck. Yeah. God damn, this motherfucker have all the patience in the world. D, why can't you let this boy enjoy himself? There's not much to his life. Just let this man enjoy himself. All right. Yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Like ban him? If you ban him, all that's gonna happen is he's gonna build and make another account. This man has, I'm telling you, the patience of a troll god. Like he doesn't give a shit. This is what his life is, you know, consisted of. Like, you ain't gonna you ain't gonna like stop this man from doing what he do. This is what it's worth to him. You know what I mean? He died for this shit. Cause what else? What else he gonna do? Just let him enjoy himself. It's not even about like I don't give a shit about that support gaming. Like it's not like I don't even look at it from that standpoint. And I know what you're talking about. Motherfuckers bring it up like, oh, motherfuckers talking shit about the fucking doll, which there's not even a comparison. This like I mean I don't know what the fuck dude's talking about, but it's not even a comparison. It's like a fucking doll. Like this is a fucking doll. It's a doll, okay? It's a doll with Xbox accessories, okay? What the fuck? It's called a doll. A doll, homie. A doll. This is a collectible item. It is. It's a special edition collectible item of a baby inside of a jar. Is fucking weird. It could have been like fucking Sam sitting on his bike all cool and shit. It could have been that. It could have been one of those hentai tentacle monsters. You know what I mean? It could have been that. Could have been like statues of the old girl half naked, like because Kojima always have a half naked white girl in his game. And let's be real, you always have at least one or two half naked white girls in a Kojima game. And I mean, what can I say? I respect his brilliance. I mean, what am I going? Bruh, have you seen I mean, I'm sure you've seen the fucking trailer and shit, fucking Stardust. It's fucking hentai monster. Can't tell me it's not. This dude's about to fucking this dude's about to make the most artistic fucking monster hentai porn ever. That'd be shocking if that's what it really was. If you start playing the game, you realize that's what it was. Yeah, I mean, well, we still would be like Kojima's the dopest one. I might draw the line right there. I'm like, I don't know about this, Kojima. You might cross the line. That's what this shit's about. Like, that shit. But yeah, bro, that's just insane. I've seen all the trailers, and yeah, man, I want to play it because I just want to know. I just want to know. Fuck, I might not even know by the time I finish the game. I still might not even know. I still be stupid as shit, like oblivious to it. But I need to know. I need to know. I gotta play the shit. But beyond that note, I'm more. I'm also hyped for it because of the Decimate engine. I want to see the capabilities of it, in this motherfucker's hands, because it might, reflect on what Horizon 2 might look like next gen, right? That should be dope. But also, this game looks dope. It looks interesting enough. And I ain't gonna front the melee, me. You know me. The melee, I need to see more. I need to see I should be like them motherfuckers had spears. I can get a spear, right? Right. I'm assuming I can. I'm assuming I can pull all sorts of shit from the portal. Like that's just a couple of things they showed me or us. I said me, like y'all didn't get to see the trailers too, and then I mean, wait, that's what I'm saying though. Damn, y'all. Oh, that Eddie Williams. These movies have the most interesting ass names, man. Holla at Eddie Williams. That's this motherfucker's name on YouTube. What's up, bro? But Death Stranding, man, Death Stranding. I just want to know. I might not know by the end of it still, but I gotta play it. That's the bottom line, really. That's what it is. And secondly, Decimate Engine. And finally, I like this type of shit. As in, I like outside of the norm because it usually leads to great things. Even if the project failed, it might leads to new ideas that might benefit other games in the future. You know what I mean? Like when you come out with some off the wall shit, some things may fail, some things may stick. Some of the things that stick might be like dope as fuck. Like I don't know. You know how I was telling y'all, and I don't even know if this game is open world or not. It's probably not open world. I don't know, right? But like I was telling you guys, like how I'm starting more and more to get agitated by open world games. I've been feeling it for quite a while, but recently I'm just like really feeling it. And even with Days Gone, I feel it too. Like it has the same thing. I can still go through all that shit because Days Gone story is like dope. You know what I mean? I like the story. Thus far, I like the story. I haven't finished it still. Yeah, yeah. I've been doing a lot of other shit. There's a couple of really nice people that moved up the street recently, and been chilling with them and shit. Yeah, but yeah, man, I haven't been playing games too much. Matter of fact, I've been doing other shit. Summer's here, you know what I'm saying? Out doing other shit. I still game. Is just I was actually gonna do a podcast last week, but other shit came up. I had to go, do some stuff. Like they came up out of nowhere, so I had to go. I was about to like start the stream too. Like I was about to like make the shit, and then I had to dip. Yeah, I wonder if you enjoy this type of shit, bro. You must enjoy this. There's no way you don't. You must enjoy this very much to be able to do this that much, Red Ranger. I can't remember all the other accounts name that you have, so I'm gonna just call you Red Ranger for now. There's just too many of them. I don't keep that in my brain space. I need that for other shit. And the last thing is what I mentioned earlier. The last thing motherfuckers out here talking about is Decima Engine was co-created by Kojima, which makes no sense. Decima Engine been around, and apparently they also say that you know apparently they're reading an article, and I've read it too. I'm just not gonna go over it. It's too much shit. It's just too much shit. With this fucking article here, man. Like, if you clearly read the shit, it does. God damn it. When you take over someone's engine already and you build upon that, you didn't co-create it. You know what I mean? You didn't co-create it. It was created like back when Kojima was still working for Konami. That's a fucking the amount of fucking conflict of interest in that motherfucker. Kojima working on some shit and Konami getting no piece of it. Are you crazy? And if he started on it on at when he actually received it, then he didn't co-create it. It was already created. He just tweaked it. That's all it really means. But what I was telling you guys earlier about open world games is I'm really fatigued by it. Same shit over and over. Then you gotta go here to kill these dudes, click a button or some shit just to open up this area so you can fast travel or whatever, whatever. You know what I mean? It's the same moves that you gotta make in every open world game. And I hope that open world games next generation moving forward can stop that shit. No one say you have to do that. Like every fucking game. I don't know why that is the thing you have to do. You feel me? I don't know why that's the thing that you have to do. You have to you gotta go to this command center, kill them, take over the base, so that way we have this base and you could fast travel now because it's our shit. Like you know what I mean? Like some that type of shit. I don't know how like I don't know how like motherfucker can do that shit. You know what I mean? Like every game, like every open world game does that shit. Well, not every. I don't want to like do that to every open world game, but I feel like most open world game does that shit, and I'm fatigued by it. Even the good ones, even Spider Man, even Days Gone, I'm fatigued by that type of shit. I really hope that what the motherfuckers that made Jesus Christ, um, you could say freely in like Skyrim in Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't know what he's talking about. Yamaha is weird. This man has the patience to log in twice with two different names. Jesus. Why is my chat so weird all the time? Why is it like always one or two dudes that just make shit weird every time? Why can't I just have a normal one? You know what I mean? Just one day out the motherfucking month. Just have one that's just normal. Why can't you just be normal? Okay. No, but like that's what I mean. Like I hope Ghost of Tsushima is different than that. From what they're saying, they're trying to make it different than most other open world games. They're saying there's no uh waypoint and shit. You have to like just basically show up there and find out what's there and shit. So maybe you'll have the map, but the map doesn't say what's what. You just have to go there to see what happens. I don't know how that's gonna work, but at least they're doing something different. And that's what I mean with Days Gone. Like I like that they're doing different shit. It breaks from the mundane. It's like the open world games seem so mundane to me, even the good ones, even the ones with good story behind it, with good gameplay behind it, you know? Because there's just certain things that you just have to do. You just open a map and bam, 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 bam. 30 things on there, right? And you have to go to each one, right? And you got to clear the shit out. in order to like not each one like but there's designated area where you have to do certain things. You have to go here and kill all these motherfuckers here to gain XP or whatever the case may be. Like there's a trial there that you got to do, something like that. And then you got to go to this area and if there's stealth elements, you might have to stealth the whole area, like that type of shit. You have to like it's confined. You have to it's it's open world yet scripted at the same time. You have to go and do that type of shit. I don't know why there's more. They don't try other avenues of like player interaction with a game when it's in an open world format. Why is it like a check system? You have to like go here and do that. Damn, you still playing Destiny, guy? I didn't know people were still playing Destiny too. Shit. See, I mean, I guess it's a player base for everything. Word is getting this DLC. Yeah, I gotta hurry up and beat it. Matter of fact, after I talk to y'all, I'm gonna hop on and play some Days Gone. It's been a wild couple of weeks, man, for me on my personal life and shit. But in gaming, it's been weird the last couple of days. Ever since that Days Gone drop, this shit, the fallout of the Days Gone like info drop is even weirder than fucking Days Gone itself. Like it's just it's so fucking Destiny too. Oh shit! But yeah, man, you gotta imagine, man, like Death Stranding. It's just an out the box type of game, and that's what I appreciate. I don't know if it's gonna be good or not. I don't know. I really don't know if it's gonna be good or not. I have a strong inkling that it will be. It's gonna be weird as fuck. You know what I mean? Like I just know it's gonna be weird, but I need to know. I don't know if it's gonna be good. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be really real with you. I don't know if it's gonna be good. I have a hunch that it will be, but that's not good enough. I don't know because it's so weird, and that's what's exciting. It's kind of exciting to know to like play through it and just to see. Even if I don't understand it, I might just like it. Just the experience of playing through the shit. I know, right, Stardust? That's the next level shit right there. I'm telling you, the amount of patience a motherfucker have to go through to do that shit. It happens to the best of us from time to time. Come on. It happens. It's alright. It happens to the best of us from time to time. But that's what I like about Death Stranding, man. It's so weird and out there. It's not a typical game. That's what I like. Not all the time, but it's a refreshing, off the wall shit that I'm not used to compared to everything that we've been playing up to this point. Like every open world game has the same check beats that you have to go through. Linear games also seemingly does that. They're getting better though. I'm not gonna lie. Linear games have been dope for the last couple years. I mean, I wanted to say like even third party, first party, third party. Well, not all first party, but you know, single player games have been pretty dope. You know what I really like recently? I really like the God of War, Souls, Bloodborne, Neo. Oh, by the way, I have played Neo 2, the beta, and I'll get to that in a little bit. That was courtesy of your boy Fatal. Shout out to Fatal. But damn, what was I saying? Fuck was I saying? Fuck Fatal, man. Shouting him out made me forget what I was saying and shit. Fuck was I saying? Oh, yeah, the um I'm starting to like the way they lay those games out. I like the way they laid out their maps, you know what I mean? Like intersecting. course if you like play through certain areas of the game, then you can find a way to get back to an area of the game and shit. Yeah, like that's 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 the fucking that's the type of maps that I like recently. Like, I really like that type of shit. You know what I mean? I really like that type of shit. But at the same time, if you do that to all open world games, I don't think I would like that, because I think that works well in a more smaller, confined map than a true open world games. But at least find ways to like make open world games interesting in the way you interact with the map itself. Because you just open the map, there's just go here, complete this challenge, go here, complete this challenge, right? Specifics type of challenge placed specifically in certain areas of the map. Go do that. Like it's just check. Like, have you done this thing? Check. Have you done this thing? Check. You know what I mean? There's got to be a better way, or not a better way, but a different way of like providing that to you. You know what I mean? Would I? Not really though. I don't. I don't know, man. I just prefer not to. Like, you know, I compared to the rest of the round table, I don't clown them as much. I do when time comes. I don't clown them as much or nothing, but I don't. It's not that I want them to fail or none of that shit. I just don't care to. In life, there's just certain people you just don't vibe with, and you just don't fuck with them. That's just the way I feel. So, I mean, that's just what it is. I've done that to real life motherfuckers, not just dudes on YouTube and shit. I do it to motherfuckers that matters in life and shit. I fucking just cut clean out. No reason to speak to this nigga no more. You know what I mean? No reason to speak to this motherfucker no more. There's no reason for that. It's just cut this shit right here and leave it at that and be out. You know what I mean? And I feel like I made the right decision. But back to this gaming shit, right? That's what I like. I want to see new innovation when it comes to gaming. Gaming has become stale in the way you interact with the game, and Kojima would be that motherfucker. You know what I mean? I feel like if anyone could, it would be Kojima to usher in another way you look at how to interact with the game. You know what I mean? Whether that influence other game designers, game makers, game developers, whatever the fuck, whether that influenced them to do better or not, like not do better, like come up with a more interesting way for us to interact with a game. I'm down for that. So I mean, there's certain things about this game I'm hype about. I still don't really know what the fuck it truly is about. There are motherfuckers out there that's making videos that do make some sense, boy. They do make some sense, but still, it could be just the most artistic hentai movie you've ever seen in your life. Interactive hentai movie, matter of fact. It could be that. The ladder might be, for you to climb up to the highest peak so you can become a fucking hentai monster. I don't know. And them tentacles look thick as fuck. Pause. Oh shit. But yeah, man, like I don't wanna like play another, like keep on playing open world games and keep on doing that shit. Like I know it's coming. Like it'll be nice if I like start another the next open world game I start up and it has none of that shit. There's another wave of me like going to certain areas. Like there's certain incentives for me to go to certain areas of the map and interact with that part of the map a different way than what they've done so far. You know what I mean? That's all I want. That's all I want, right? But the thing is, if you think it's weird and you don't understand it, therefore, like, why be hype about it? Like, isn't that the opposite? Like, Motherfuckers can never stick to one thing ever. Like, oh, this game is exactly like how all the ones before it. This sucks. Oh, this game's completely different than everything that we've seen before. This sucks. Like, can we get like some consistency? And like any kind of consistency to this shit. You feel me? You either like it or you don't. Like, how come none of this shit motherfuckers say? I don't understand none of this shit these motherfuckers say. Like, how do you get mad at sequels because the sequel's exactly like the first game, but when a brand new IP come out and it's different from all the other IPs, you shouldn't be you not hyped for that. I don't I don't know, man. I'm hyped for it because it's a brand new IP. Is different, of course it would be. It's fucking Kojima, and whether you like him or not, you can't say that his shit is not different than everything else you usually see on the market. You know, because everything else usually pew pew pew, right? Usually everything is fucking pew 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 pew. That's what you do. You climbing some shit, you shooting some shit, you punching some shit. And strangely enough, this game has all of that. You climbing some shit, you shooting some shit, you punching some shit, you riding some shit, driving some shit. You know what I mean? But it's all done in a very Kojima-esque way. Like it's not like how typically you would see this type of shit done. So there's a lot of things about this game I'm hyped about. But that's about it. The This game has caused more oddity than the game itself. You know what I mean? I've seen some weird shit lately. Hey, low key, I'm hyped. I'm hyped as fuck for Modern Warfare. Single player, you know what I'm saying? Single player, give me that story, and it's a reimagining, right? So that means it didn't have to go down the same way as last time. So motherfuckers might be able to live. Probably not. Motherfuckers probably still gonna die. But it'll be dope to revisit the characters. I actually really like the characters of Modern Warfare. And as far as multiplayer, I might hop back in. You know what's crazy? I haven't played multiplayer in the longest. I don't even know why I'm paying for PS Plus recently. Tell you the truth. Only reason why I pay for PS Plus is to play online. I don't care for the free shit. You know what I mean? I have not, but I haven't played online in the longest. But I pay $60 a year off rip. I just pay that shit. So I mean, you know, I don't really. It doesn't really matter. I just have it on. I'm paying for nothing. Like Price, yeah, bro. Captain Price. That shit's dope, man. I saw the trailer, man. I was like, God damn. Hate to admit it, but I'm down. Like, and that shit might get me back into the multiplayer, man. Because for a while, man, back when Modern Warfare 1 and 2, especially 2, especially when 2 hit, I was mad into it. I played Modern like Call of Duty before that, but I think multiplayer the most during that time. I don't know why, but multiplayer is the most fun during that time. During and the M16 is fucking OP as fuck in Modern Warfare 2. That shit was OP as fuck. I really haven't paid attention to the sound. I've been watching the trailers, but sound been really low. I didn't really pay attention to that. Yeah, that might hurt a little bit. But what can you expect? Can't keep hiring the same motherfuckers. What do you think that this motherfucker is? Kevin Conroy? You think he Batman? I hope Kevin Conroy never stopped voicing Batman. Like you know how like when Stan Lee died and comic book nerds are like fucking crying and shit. I feel like I'll be that way when Kevin Conroy goes. I mean, knock on wood, but everybody goes. If he goes before me, I'm gonna feel real bad because that is Batman to me. But every time I read something that Batman is saying in his in his fucking bubble, what I mean, whatever it is, the little what is that? The text bubble, I guess. Every time I read text bubbles from Batman and like anything, is fucking with Kevin Conroy's voice. Alfred. Was that pretty good? Was that pretty good? Alfred. I'm about to fuck Selena. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you can't expect the same dude to come back in voice. What if like they make like they do the whole series again over the course of another 10, 20 years? You expect him to like voice every one of these motherfuckers again and shit. This motherfucker's a voice actor. He probably have other things to do. He might be a real life actor. I don't even know who the fuck that is. Not World War Two, Modern Warfare Two. Or do you mean Modern Warfare Two? Because I don't know what you mean, man. Modern Warfare Two is lit. I was fucking killing I I was running around. I can't stay still. Like if you play online with me, I will be that dude that run around. But what's interesting about this trailer, it looks like the gameplay is different. It looks like there's more sneaking, there's more tactical. I don't know if that's gonna translate to multiplayer. I don't know if that is multiplayer. That's probably not. There's no way multiplayer looked that good. Let's be real. It's probably not. But I want to see, man. I want to see what it's like. I'm really hyped for Modern Warfare 2, man. Or Modern Warfare. If they do the whole thing again, that'll be dope. I wonder if they do the airport scene again in part. Black Ops 2. I like one and two. I like one and two a lot. I didn't really like three. I didn't really like three at all. I like one and two a lot though. I stopped playing Call of Duty after was it Modern Warfare 3? No, it's not 3. Black Ops 2, one somewhere around there. Somewhere around there I stopped. And then I picked the most recent one back up. Didn't really like that. I didn't play it at all. I bought it, played it for a little bit and stopped. Played it for like a day or two and then just never even touched it again. I have not touched it since. I haven't played like online in a while. Like it's been crazy. It's been months. I can't remember when was the last time I played some online shooter. It's been quite a while. He had to. Mason had to die. The story can't move along if Mason don't die and shit. Yeah, that shit was dope. I mean, Burger Town, man. You gotta defend Burger Town and shit. Dude, Modern Warfare is dope, man. That's actually my favorite series in Call of Duty. It's Modern Warfare because it's modern guns. Actually had a really good storyline, man. What's up, Sick? Hey, I was catching your podcast earlier. I didn't get to finish. I didn't get to finish, but I feel like I'm like saying the same thing y'all was saying on there. But yeah, man. Like let's move from Death Stranding to third party because I don't have time to sit here all night, man. It's been like I've been talking about Death Stranding and all kinds of other shit for damn near an hour. But I'm not gonna. You all know why I'm bringing up third party. We bringing up third party because recently we was talking we was talking on the round table what is and isn't third party. And look, I'm a very simple dude. I don't read into things if it's not there. I just take it for what it is. If you call something third party, that's mean there's three parties involved. There's the vendor, the buyer, and the person who produced the product to be sold or however form of currency exchange they doing. That's how it's there. Oh hell no! Did I fall for a troll? I don't know if that's the real sick or not. This one. That's how crazy this shit is now. You feel me? I don't even know if that's really sick. No, but I'm saying like no, like third party, right? I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just very straightforward with the thing. It's just third party. If there's three fucking party involved, that's third party. And here's the thing with me, like I don't know why calling something what it is weird now, but third party isn't a bad thing. Like, all right, y'all notice how every time that a word is used, they don't see the word for what it is, but they use it as if it's some kind of negative, like they use it with a negative slant to it, like for instance, the word niche, right? Like, oh, it's a niche game or it's a niche market. Guess what? By doing this, Microsoft is also moving into a niche. That market is niche as well. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're trying to find their niche in the gaming world. That's what they're doing. They can't make consoles and have motherfuckers buy them and buy their games and buy their softwares along with the console. They can't do that because apparently motherfuckers don't buy their console and buy their games. You know what's really weird about like I usually don't call people Xbots and shit, but you know how like Xbots be like every time you bring up, oh, PlayStation got like oh games sold better on PlayStation, right? When somebody bring up some shit like, oh, this game sold like 60, 70, 80, 90, like whatever percentage on PlayStation, and it sold like 5 to 10% on Xbox, and the Xbox dude will be like, well, that's because there's like damn near 100 million PlayStation 4. There's only like 40 million or something like that of Xboxes. I'm like, who the fuck problem was that? That means you motherfuckers don't buy that shit. There's only 40 millions of y'all, and there's not even really 40 millions of y'all. There's realistically probably about 30 something million of y'all that bought that shit over and over. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Damn, trollception in this bitch, Jemima. Everybody in this bitch is troll. And, and low key, that's kind of facts. Every one of y'all is capable of trolling. So. But you feel me though? Like you feel me? Like this, it's so weird to like always bring a negative like like in. Damn, I'm not even gonna try to say that word. I'm too fucking lit to say difficult words. At least difficult for me, anyways. When I'm fucked up. Um, but what I mean, like third party doesn't mean it's a bad thing. This is the niche that Xbox needs to go into if they want to survive in this game. The gaming industry is the game they in, right? That's Xbox. That's not Microsoft. That's Xbox. That's the game they in. Microsoft's in all types of dealings, but Xbox is in the game of gaming. Now, the problem with that is they have to stay afloat in the game of gaming, and they are not. Motherfuckers don't buy their shit. Whose fault is it that there's only 40 million fucking Xbox console out there? And whose fault is it that there's also very low numbers of games being bought on that motherfucking console? Yes, it coincides. Of course, there'll be more people buying PlayStation games and games on PlayStation because there's more people on PlayStation. Yes, of course, right? Of course. But why do you think that's the case? Guess what? At maximum, at 5 years old in this generation, the motherfuckers at 40 something million. That means no one want to buy this shit. That's it. That's the peak of this motherfucker. We're about to go into the next generation in less than 12 months. Well, actually, no, a little bit more than 12 months. If next generation console come out in the fall season of 2020, then a little bit more than 12 months, about 16 months or so. 16, yeah, about 16, right? 16, 17 months or so. Right around there. Is when the whole next generation start. And you think and And you think that's something to say, like, oh, that's because there's 100 million PlayStation. Yeah, because there's at least 90 something million motherfuckers want to buy this shit, and a solid 4, 5 to 10 million of them like repeat buyers. You know what I mean? But still, that still leaves a solid 90 if it's 100 million, right? I want to say that. I want to say it's around there. If it's 100 million, it's probably like 90, but the other 10 million is from like motherfuckers that buy it repeatedly. So I mean, y'all not buying this shit. It's not their fault either. It's not their fault. They have to move into this lane to stay in this game. That's what they're doing. They have to move into this lane. But it's not a bad word. It's not a dirty thing to be third party. You could be a good third party. And at this point, it's questionable if they're gonna be a good third party. Japanese third party are doing their thing right now. I'm not saying that because I'm Asian. God damn it. This is facts. Japanese third party is doing their things right now. You could be third party and do good shit for gamers. I'm not like it's not a bad word. Like, would you rather be a third party that does very well or a first party that's just fucking failing? Because their first party right now is fucking failing. Because as first party is concerned, it's just fucking abysmal on both front. Their console is first party because it's their motherfucking console. You buy it from them for them. You know what I mean? That's their first party console right there, and it's failing. And all the first party game that they have is failing also if it just stays on that console. It's failing. Like y'all was saying, it was at this point it's 40 some fucking million console that's out there right now. And motherfuckers barely buy exclusives that's on there, let alone like third party games. And of course, PlayStation numbers always going to shadow it because there's just PlayStation 4 numbers outshine all the fucking Xbox numbers. That's just the way it is because motherfuckers ain't buying it. It's just the way it is. Don't hate me for it. It's not my fault. I don't get to speak for everybody that play video games that buy consoles. You know what I mean? The motherfuckers who bought the console that they bought have bought what they bought. And as of right now, there's 40 million of them motherfuckers, 40 something odd million. I don't give a fuck at this point what 40 it is. Low, high 40 million, it doesn't fucking matter. It's at 40 something, and that's trash within 5 years. That's rough. Like in 5 years, that's all we got. That's rough, right? And motherfuckers barely buy the IPs that's on there. What the fuck do you expect these motherfuckers to do? They have to make this move. So now, like they're doing third party moves, but that's what it is. Like I can't, you can't agree with me as far as the moves they make, but don't call it what it is. You can't tell me like putting putting your goods, right? Because video games are goods. They're trying to make it into a service, but a video game is a good. It's a product. It's it's an IP. You know what I mean? It's, if you put that on someone else's market, that makes you a third party because then there'll also be someone else that buy it, right? There's three parties involved. That's just all that means. I don't know why we can agree to what it is, but can't agree to the word describing it. That's all I'm saying. That's so weird. Like we all agree on what it is. We just can't agree on the word itself. For whatever reason, there's some kind of negative, impact to that word, like third party. There's nothing wrong with being third party as long as you be a good third party. Don't be fucking EA. You know what I mean? Is Sony going third party? How is Sony going third party? Can you play God of War anywhere or in any other market besides from a PlayStation market? Something made by PlayStation from PlayStation. No, that's all I'm saying. It's not a bad thing. That's the move they have to make to survive in this game. It's the same thing with Nintendo. That's what I'm talking about. When people use words, at least let's use the words for what the words are for, not what we want the word to mean. You know what I mean? Like, and what I mean by that is like that word niche. And they're like, oh, it's a niche market. Well, no shit, console gaming is a niche market. This is actually my original rant that I wanted to do last week, but I was, occupied doing other shit instead. But goddamn, eh, like how do you expect a company to survive if it doesn't make the money is making doing what it's doing right now? It has to, consolidate. It has to figure out, all right, we gotta make certain moves. We can't keep doing what we're doing and expect to survive in this game. It's not working out. Nintendo is the same way. People get mad at Nintendo for not having a home console, but Nintendo don't want none of that smoke. Let's just be real. They found their niche. And I hate why people like use that word niche or niche, whichever way you pronounce it, niche or niche, right? It's the same shit. Console gaming is niche. It is. I don't know why motherfuckers like a weird out by that. Like it's niche. It's a niche market. Cars are universal. Most people in America need a car to get back and forth unless you live in, a major, area where public transportation is dope. Where I live, public transportation sucks. Everybody drives. If you in on public transportation, it means you broke. But if you live in New York, you could be balling, but you still be on a train because that's just New York, right? But but cars are usually universal. People across America, people across many developed countries of the world drive a vehicle of some kind. Cars are universal. You know what's not universal? You know what's niche? A fucking sports car, a fucking coupe, a fucking boarded out fucking 300 something horsepower and up sports car. Because think about this, all right? Think about a gamer. If you want to count everybody as a gamer, and I do, I count some, a chick playing on her cell phone, Candy Crush and all that. She's a gamer, but she's a different breed of gamer than me. She drive a Honda, like a Honda Civic, bruh. Well, not even a Honda Civic because a Honda Civic actually is pretty costly. You buy a brand new one, it's like 30 something thousand. But she bought the phone, and most of the game she plays is free. She might spend a dollar here, a dollar there on other shit, right? But that's what she's doing. She's a different breed of gamer than me. Think of the type of gamer a console gamer is. Like think of the breed of gamer I am, right? I spend somewhere between 3, maybe up to 6, but goddamn 6 is pushing it. $100 for a box, and I can't even play nothing yet. Think about that. Think about that. That's a luxury item. It's niche as fuck, right? A console is niche as fuck. You spend hundreds of dollars to buy this box, and you don't even play no games. There's no games yet. You have to buy another game. And of course, yeah, you could buy one bundled with the game, right? But a console bundle with the game is of course priced accordingly to having a game with it. You might get a little discount, but still, you gotta pay for a console, and then you gotta pay for a game, and then you play that motherfucking game until you get sick of that game and you buy another one. Or most of us have this fucking habit of buying multiple games and we can't finish all of them at once. And so we have slowly created a stupid backlog. I was able to fix myself. I play a maximum uh, 3 to 5 game maximum at a time. I do not need to buy more shit if I already occupy with so much shit. It'll save your life, bro. Trust me. If you could just get that into your repertoire, that will fix your shit. Your ass won't have to worry about it. Building a crazy ass backlog and constantly buying games. You know what I mean? 3 to 5 games, and just once you get bored or or complete one and you don't want to go back to it, then drop one and put another one in its place, and you'll be all right. That's how you should do it. But third party is what they have to do now. That's what they have to do. That's just what it is. If you're gonna agree with me on the fact that they're going to Steam and other places and shit, um, you know, a platform that's not their own, a market that's not their own, then they're a third party. They are the third party. Steam is not selling me a product of their own. They are selling me a product that you made, that you handed to them to sell to me, and y'all motherfuckers like share the profit accordingly. I pay Steam this money, Steam take that money and share that money with you, however it is that y'all contract was set up. That's third motherfucking party. There's three of us in this transactions of money and goods and services. You know what I mean? I can't really tell, bro. JK guys, I can't really tell. Sometimes it's weird. These motherfuckers have patience of troll gods, bro. I don't know how motherfuckers sit there and make 8 million fucking accounts. You know what I mean? Who has the time for that type of shit? It takes a while to make one account. You have to make an email address every time. Goddamn. You gotta fill out the same fucking. I mean, I had a couple back in the PlayStation 3 era where, you can just make an account and just play a game. I had like multiple accounts. Draco Rex is actually not my main fucking PlayStation account. It's just I don't remember my original one. My PlayStation, um when I got rid of the PlayStation 3 and got the PlayStation 4 and shit, I forgot that I never signed into my shit. I never signed into my shit. I don't remember the email that I use. I don't remember shit from it. I don't even know how to get all the information back. It's just a random email address I created just to make that account. And now I don't remember what that email address even is. I don't like remember anything. It's fucked up. But Draco Rex is actually not my original, like the main one I used to use. It's fucked up. I forgot what I was talking about. I went on that tirade about fucking. But all right, let's get back to what I was saying about third party and basically the fact that you know they have to go that route because they don't have any other choice. Same way with Nintendo. Nintendo have no other choice. They do not want that smoke with home consoles. Why? Because if they want to make a home console, like a true home console, then they have to go like on par with fucking Xbox and PlayStation. And they don't want that. They don't need that. They don't want to be a part of that war. They're not trying to make it a three-way war. They rather dip out of there. They rather do the handheld front because they notice that they always do well in handhelds. Boy, their handhelds have a a lifespan like you wouldn't believe. You know what I mean? Like their handhelds are fucking money printer for fucking Nintendo, bro. Like they made so many handhelds and most of them do well. It's rare to see a Nintendo handheld fail. Matter of fact, like when I close my eyes and think of a handheld device, I think of the original Nintendo Game Boy. It's fucking crazy. So of course they would go that route. What choice do they have? You know, if they want to stay in the home console market, they have to churn out a console as capable as the PS4 or an Xbox One X or somewhere between a One X and the OG one. The first Xbox One. Right? They have to churn out one like on that level. What's up all day? But I don't see why that's a problem. Like they're in business to make money, so what they do is they see a way to make money and they go that route. They just go that route. They think that makes sense, so that's what they're gonna do. You know what I mean? And I can't even be mad at them. That's just the way it goes down. Do I think that all companies are gonna go this route to the point where they want to get rid of home consoles completely? I don't think so. I think as long as there's a market for something, the as long as there's demand for something, you know the product will be there. But in what capacity, I don't know anymore. And console gaming, like true console gaming, like we're not really even. It depends on the type of games we're playing. We're not even true console gaming anymore because damn near everything is downloaded. But still, even with that, even if everything is downloaded, right? Um, Console gaming, like true console gaming, like that might be like a specialty item in the future. Like a stick shift vehicle that is truly a stick shift. Like there's actually a shifter, not paddles and shit. Because nowadays they barely make those anymore. So now those are like specialty items. Those actually cost more nowadays than back in the day. You remember back in the day, if you buy a stick shift, it's cheaper than an automatic. Or it's the other way around now because it's so rare, specialty item shit now. Some bullshit. It actually costs more now to get those because now they have to like make those specially for you, your ass, right? And if you become a third party company, as long as you make great games, no one cares. I'm just concerned about the quality of the games that they make. It has not been impressive, and please understand, it's just me saying this. I'm not impressed by it. I don't give a fuck what other people say. Right? I'm not impressed by the game they made, and that's why I haven't copped none of their shit. I'm not impressed. That's just all it is. And just because you're on Steam or you're just a service that's $1 or something, like I need to have the want to get it, And I'm concerned that when they go in this route, they don't make the type of game that make me want to get anything that they have, like their service or their products or anything like that. You feel me? But yeah, man, third party, that's what it is, man. I think that's what it is. I think they're third party at this point. The thing is, every company at times do business with other companies. If y'all haven't noticed, Microsoft does business with Sony. Sony does business with Microsoft. As long as they can parlay, make money off of us, they could with it. Sometimes they don't have a choice. Certain moves they make, certain contracts that they sign, they can't go with certain companies. Sometimes you work with certain companies. There's certain contracts that you have to sign to where you can't work with other companies to do the same shit. Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of other shit. So sometimes you're put in a position where you have to make third party moves, right? And it makes you third party during that time. But if you actually say from now on we making these moves, then you're making third party moves from now on. Therefore, you are third party. That's just the way I see it. That's all I'm saying. And that's where they're at. Now, will they go to everything? Like will Xbox games go to everything in the future, like PlayStation and everything else? I want to say yes. I want to say yes. Now don't take it this like some official shit like I have some insider telling me and no, I don't have none of that. Here's what I say. Very much like how very much like how Sony does business with Microsoft, right? Just like that. And then Xbox and PlayStation could do business with each other. And the only way that would be possible, of course, is if there is no more Xbox box. There will be Xbox the service, but there will no longer be an Xbox box, and there will be no longer any reason for PlayStation not to have that Xbox service on their system. I could see that happening because there's no harm, no foul to Xbox at all in that scenario, right? In that scenario, Xbox get to put their game on a platform that usually sell somewhere around 100 million within its life cycle. Some more, some less, but the Sony PlayStation lineage usually 80 something million and up, and 80 something is the low end, the very low end. It's usually consistently averaging out at 100. You know what I mean? So you can't knock it, right? They know it's good for that. So it wouldn't be no problem for them to do that. The only thing is, will PlayStation accept it? Now, if they still do a box, if Xbox still make a box, then PlayStation probably won't accept that. You know what I mean? Because that's a conflict of interest. But if Xbox becomes a service, just a service, well then, I mean, it would actually be a detriment to them to not have that service on them because, other platforms will have that service and they don't, right? There's no more competition as far as software, like hardware sales is concerned. And if having an Xbox Game Pass or whatever the fuck, streaming service you can use on a PlayStation, it may sell some more PlayStation. Let's be real. There's some Xbox people out there that loves Xbox games, but an Xbox not around anymore. So they buy a PlayStation or they buy it off of Steam. That's up to PlayStation to decide, right? I could see it happening. I could see it happening. I'm not saying it would. I could see that happening. Whether that happened or not will probably rest on Sony and PlayStation. I don't know if it will or not, but it rests on their shoulder to make that decision. It's not up to Xbox. I don't think. I think Xbox would love to hop on that. Even now, they would love to hop on that. They are ready for that fucking third party fucking future. They are ready for that shit. They're third party because their first party isn't doing too well. Don't feel too good, right? But lastly, let's talk about E3, man. Let's talk about E3. I want to tell this story again, right? I want to tell this story again because the last time I told this story, I was on the round table. Motherfuckers keep cutting me off and kind of delegitimize delegitimize the fucking point of the story. So there's two Shaolin temples, but the southern one is the original, right? And the southern one got burned down. And when it got burned down, it was actually burned down by the monks themselves to like basically block an escape route for this dude, basically to give this dude a chance to escape. But long story. But when they did that, they basically just one of the lower level monks asked the abbot like, man, it's all that history and all that years that we had at this temple and stuff, generations of generations, and we're just gonna burn it all down. Like, wouldn't that upset Buddha or whatever? And the head monk, the abbot, basically is like, Buddha really don't care for possessions like that. First of all, okay, he didn't say it like this. You know what I mean? I'm paraphrasing. Hope I'm sure y'all understand. I'm paraphrasing, but it's like Buddha didn't care for possessions like that. But to be a Buddhist monk, to be a Shaolin monk, either way, is to be a monk, not to live in a temple. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel about E3. I feel like motherfuckers turn E3, and y'all do. We all do. We all say it like we do. Oh, it's the Super Bowl of gaming. It's the yada 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 yada. You know what I mean? It's the Super Bowl of gaming. It's the Christmas of gaming. It's the whatever the fuck. It's like a religious experience for gamers. E3. That's what it is. E3. You know what I mean? All right, JK guys. I appreciate you coming through though. I'm gonna be out here pretty soon too. You know what I mean? But we make it out to be something big, but it could be easily replaced. Am I saying this because PlayStation is not going there? Yes, motherfucker. Because because Sony's not going. Yes, I'm saying that because of Sony's not going. Also, because as you can see, a big announcement is a big announcement. You don't need a whole couple of days of hype gamings back to back to back to back to make you a gamer. You're always a gamer. A Shaolin monk is always a Shaolin monk, whether there's a Shaolin temple or not. You know what I mean? You're always a gamer. Fuck is the matter if it's E3 is like dead or not? There'll be many other ones, and there is already many other ones, many conferences and all kinds of shit. I'm, but I still am gonna turn into this E3. I want to see what it's like. I want to see Xbox's E3. I really do. I'm very curious to see this one. I really want to know what's going down. I want to see those games. I do, and not in a condescending way. I'm not gonna watch it to be like, what the fuck. Really am curious. I really am curious to see what it's all about. Very much like, Death Stranding. I gotta see it. I gotta see it. You know what I mean? Let's see what this shit is about. Um, and during that season, I'm sure like it's not completely dead. I'm sure there's like some third party stuff that might be dope out there. Might be some shit that's dope out there. I want to see it. I want to see some E3 shit. There's got to be some third like out there shit. You know what I mean? But as far as E3 is concerned, like it is dying. We can't like not like admit that like Nintendo don't show up like the way they would show up, like to show up. You know what I mean? And Sony's like not really either. There's people pulling out, and I mean, people pull out different time, and we don't know if they come back or whatnot. But E3 hasn't been the same for a while, and if it dies, it dies. It's just not that bad. It's not that bad. I'm serious. If it dies, it dies. It's not that bad. Why do you need Sony? I mean, not Sony. Why do you need E3 for a big reveal? You could do a big reveal anywhere at any time as long as it's a big deal. Motherfucker will be hyped for it. That's all it really is. Still waiting on that Samurai Showdown though, bruh. I'm hyped as fuck for that. Content has gotten better, I think, in gaming recently than the first half of this generation. The first half of this generation, low key, kind of really sucks, man. It really did. First half of this generation was a snorefest, and then Bloodborne came out and fucking changed everything. Stupid. I don't know if they said they were going in 2020. I don't know for sure. I that's what I'm expecting. I'm just calling it from what I see. I don't know if that's what it is, but I'm thinking it's 2020. I think 2020 makes a lot of sense. The end of 2020, like, and that's why that's why I expected one out of the big three to come out this year, as far as Sony, the big three, and I expected that Death Stranded. I don't have no insider. I just break this shit down. I'm like, look, if the PS5 is coming out in 2020, it would make sense to like sprinkle content in between until we get there, right? Well, you're gonna hold all three games until next year, so you're gonna release all three motherfucking game and take away from the hype of the motherfucking console because that's three games. You have to space the three games out. Now one of the games might be cutting into the console hype. And yes, you can fucking compete against yourself for hype. There can only be so much hype, okay? I gotta buy this game and the console, goddamn, like you got money like that, Jesus. We live in a world where motherfuckers need to buy shit now, 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 now. You know what I mean? So even if like this game come out, right? And then 4 months later the PS5 come out and you could play this game on the PS5, I bet money plenty of motherfuckers won't be able to wait that long. OBJ wouldn't be able to wait if it was The Last Standing 2, The Last of Us 2. He wouldn't be able to wait. He's buying it, playing it, and PS5 is backward compat, so he could play that shit on the PS5 again. I don't think it would matter. Unless they come out with a PS5 remastered edition, you probably cop that too. They'll cop multiple copies. They'll probably do that, but they're not going to do that with three games in 1 year with the console release. Where the fuck, and then leave the year before that completely dry. Well, not completely dry, but Days Gone, and what else? Dreams, Days Gone, Dreams, and what else? Uh, it's PlayStation that came out. Is Concrete Genie out this year? I know Blood and Truth came out. A couple of things came out, but you can't you can't expect all of it to come out, right? Like in 1 year, and the year before that was kind of like low as far as the heavy hitters are concerned. You know what I mean? You put out Days Gone, and that's really it as far as the heavy hitters is concerned. Um, that would be very odd, D. I don't know. I don't know how, like, would that make sense? I think the reason why it always makes sense to gear the release date of a concert during holiday season is because um that's a big holiday where people spend money, right? Americans are shoppers, we're consumers. We are good at buying shit. So, we buy the most shit during that time of year. So, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. But what I was saying is I guess right. Like my Nostradamus game is on point with that shit. I just piece it together. I'm like, out of the three game, one has to come out this year, so two can come out next year, right? It's like a perfect flow of the year. Like at the end of this year, you will have a PlayStation exclusive come out, and I was thinking Death Stranding because we have the most info that was given to us, even though we know the least amount about this game. The info given to us is like crazy ass imagery. Like we barely understand what the fuck it was, but we have the most stuff, the most press from Kojima and from Sony, from PlayStation, basically, right? So that's why I expected to come out. It was the first game shown out of the big three, right? Out of Ghost, out of Last of Us, and Death Stranding. Death Stranding was shown way before the other two games. Not to mention, they said that uh, was it Yoshida or Layden? I forgot which one of them always said it was like that's the fastest they've ever seen a game being made or some shit like that. So I expect it to be this game. I expect it to be Death Stranding, and it would make sense. It would make sense that it was Death Stranding because that's the type of game that when you play it, it shut everything else down. Like everyone who plays Death Stranding is gonna want to talk to other motherfuckers who play Death Stranding, and it's not gonna leave room for other type of games. So it's gonna carry on. And like, when is it coming out again? November. So probably you won't see Ghosts or The Last of Us until like late spring of next year. Late spring of next year, you get the next game, the next PlayStation game. Whether that's Ghosts or whether that's The Last of Us. Um, Here's what I'm thinking, to be honest with you. Low key, I don't know why I think this, but I think Ghost is coming out before The Last of Us. Not because of like development constraints. I think they're either both will be done at the same time ish, or The Last of Us may get, or it's probably done before the Ghost. But I think Naughty Dog is the alpha and omega of Sony. They start with it, they end with it. You know what I mean? That you ever notice that they always do that shit at their conferences, the way they like put their games out? Not exactly the way they put the game out because they don't always start a generation off with a Naughty Dog game and then end it with a Naughty Dog game. But it's very much like that. I think that's what they're trying to do. I think Ghost will come out before The Last of Us because The Last of Us is you save the best for last, and it is The Last of Us in title and in story and in the way that it's the last of the fucking PlayStation exclusives to come out. You know what I mean? For PlayStation 4 before the PlayStation 5 come out. I mean, true backward compat mean you could put a PlayStation 4 disc into a PlayStation 5 and play it, just straight up play it. That's true backward compat right there. If you have to emulate it, then that's not really backward compat. But yeah, man. I mean, I I like E3. I do, but it's not necessary. Am I excited for this one coming up? I'm more curious than excited for it. I'm not really hyped. I'm just curious. I'm gonna tune in and watch some stuff. I'm not gonna tune in like I usually would, because usually you do get a little hype around E3 season because a lot of shit start popping. But I'm still hyped for those side piece things to pop. Like a random trailer of something that pops up somewhere that's dope. I mean, I like that type of shit. As far as the major conferences and all that type of shit, not like how it used to be. I think that's about it, man. Man, it's been a solid hour, hour and a half. That's good shit, right? I mean, I wanted to do one last week because I wanted to talk about the idea of, why the fuck are you talking about, why does every time someone bring up the numbers of a PlayStation game selling on a fucking PlayStation or a third party game selling on PlayStation, I always bring up that, well, because it's selling 100 million console. I'm like, why are you using it like that's a negative? Like, you can't turn 40 million into a positive. Like, I mean, it's 40 million console over here, so there's no way it will sell the same amount. Well, guess what? That's not a W. You feel me? That's not a W. Watch Dogs 1 or Watch Dogs 2? I mean, 2.99 is worth it for Watch Dogs 1. I haven't played 2, so I wouldn't know. But Watch Dogs 1 is worth 2.99. It's not much more than that, I'll tell you. I wasn't a fan of it at all, but the trailer was way better than the game. The game fucking garbage. Oh, is that right, D? I see. I did not know that. I told y'all, man, I'm not a tech expert at all. My background is in making and counting money. But kinda. That's kind of facts. I am in business acquisition. That's literally making money. I didn't know that, dude. I wouldn't remember none of it. Like, I used to have like 4 or 5 accounts I switched between when I was playing on the PlayStation 3. And I didn't even think to look it up before I like wipe my PlayStation 3 and go you know, give it to motherfuckers and shit. I can't. I turned my PlayStation 4 on. Like, when I bought it, I'm like, oh shit. What is this shit? And the only one I remember is Draco Rex because that's the one that I, it's you know one of the email that I actually really use. All the other ones I just make up to create an account. So now I'll never remember what it is. My main account is way better than the one and then Draco Rex, and Draco Rex still has like, it's like a level 12 or 13 on fucking on the trophy shit, and I don't even hunt for platinums. And I see motherfuckers talk mad shit, and I'm like, how the fuck do you have less than me on this account? I never even told y'all it's one of my secondary accounts, right? But Draco Rex is actually one of my secondary accounts. I just don't remember all the emails and all the other ones. You didn't get your diploma from what Craig said from fuck nigga university. You didn't get your degree from them. Man? You ain't an IT specialist. I mean, I never needed to have the best of everything to enjoy a game. It's nice, don't get me wrong. I just don't need it to enjoy it that much. Y'all know before I have this 4K TV, I was watching a 720 TV, right? Like I don't give a shit. It was the best 720 TV at the time, but it was a 720. And you know what I'm saying? So I bought my TV now. I bought like a pretty nice 4K TV back when 4K TV wasn't a thing yet, so it was pretty expensive. And now it's cheap as dirt. 8Ks are coming out. I don't know when. I don't even know when I'm gonna get 8K, man. I don't know when I'm gonna get 8K TV. I might just take this 4K TV to my bedroom because I don't actually have a TV in my bedroom. I might just do that and get an 8K and put it in my game room. I don't have a TV in my bedroom because I don't really watch that much TV in my bedroom or play video games in my bedroom. My bedroom's shaped weird. If I want to, it's like the master the master bathroom is like fucking. I don't know how to explain it, but it makes it really awkward to put shit in my room. But and I don't really watch shit like that. I don't watch cable. I don't have cable. I don't have none of that shit. The only time I watch Netflix is when I'm chilling. You feel me? So, and I do that in my game room too. There's a couch in this motherfucker. So, PC as far as the eye can see, like the fuck. PC niggas everywhere, as far as the eye can see, everywhere. Well, I mean, I'm sure once 8K TV is available, there will be plenty of 8K content. The thing is, there's not even. I mean, there's fucking porn in 8K, for God's sake. Don't ask me how I know because y'all know how I know. Come on. Come on now. But man, yeah, I think I got everything out, man. I think that's it. It's a solid hour and 40 minutes. I think that's good, man. I'm gonna hop off, get some food, and play some Days Gone. Um, I actually the last week, man, I'm actually really upset. Well, not upset. I much prefer doing what I was doing last Sunday than sit here and kick it with y'all. Not that I don't like kicking it with y'all, nothing. I love kicking it with y'all, but I like doing the other thing better. You know what I'm saying? So I was out, but I really wanted to stream Neo 2 with y'all. I was saying I was about to talk about Neo 2. I was really wanted to stream Neo 2 beta with y'all. I got it from Fatal, and mother's kind of right. It does look and feel practically like Neo 1. I'm still gonna cop it because I like Neo 1. It's exactly like Neo 1, except you're not playing as a character anymore, I guess. You create your own. Like it's gonna be more Bloodborne s than before. Like before, there's actually a story, you know. But now it's just, and this is just the beta, so I don't really know how it's gonna be. Maybe later there'll be a story and all kinds of shit that is based around this character. But the first one is based around a character. I do. But yeah, man, I like it because I like the first one. It does. I think it looks better than the first one, but not by much. But I think here's the problem. I think motherfuckers have. You do realize one and two is going to be on the same gen. It's probably because this gen is so rare to see multiple games come out in the same gen that they forgot. You know what I'm saying? Well, all right, man. I think that's it. I appreciate y'all coming through, man. I I've been wanting to do podcasts. It's just last week I was supposed to do one. I just got caught up with some other shit. But yeah, man, I'll see y'all next week. I'll see y'all Tuesday on the round table. I'm off Tuesday actually. So I'll be on time for that. I might be late on Friday though, but I'll be there for both of that, and I'll do the Sunday one. Of course, I'm actually wanting to do these again. It's just I didn't have a chance to. But yeah, man, I'll see y'all next week and Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Try to see like round table. Like I gotta admit, man, round table is like super weird. Not weird in a bad way. I mean weird as in like we're different than every other podcast because. But the one thing that I can't do, I'm like, can we like at least get to the point? Like, can we at least talk about shit without yelling over? Like, every time we say something, it's like motherfuckers like raise their octaves up like 8 levels and shit. And motherfuckers can't even understand each other. You know what I mean? Like, can we like bring it down a little bit if we really want to try to talk about something? But all right, man, I ain't trying to leave on that note. Come through, watch the round table, of course, Tuesdays and Fridays. But I'll see y'all next Sunday here. Royal Flush, Draco Rex, Asian Gambit, man. I appreciate y'all coming through. Deuces.